All right, NBA prospect and number one hopeful Anthony Edwards could fall to the Detroit Pistons after making these comments. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, and basically said he didn't love basketball, that football was his number one love, and if he got drafted by the NFL tomorrow, that he would go to the NFL, and that he would want to be a rapper, and he don't love basketball, but that is what it is. So basically, he could fall in the draft. Some people think it's a ploy not to get drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves. So let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. If you missed the live stream last night, I had to delete it because when I screen shared it, they said I caught some of the footage that was on the edge, and YouTube is just so anal. But you can find the replay on Sportscastr. That link's in the description. You can watch the whole live thing if you missed it. Also, you can find my Sportscastr. The link's in the description. But yeah, we'll be covering the draft tonight. I probably have a late night live or tomorrow morning live or something like that. But yeah, I mean, some people saying it's a ploy to get him, not to get drafted by Minnesota. Maybe trying to get Chicago, Charlotte. I don't know. There ain't really that many good places to go to in the top. I mean, obviously, maybe trying to get to Golden State. I mean, who knows? I mean, they got Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins. Charlotte, do you want to go there with Michael Jordan? Chicago, they got Zach LaVine, Kobe White. I mean, I don't know where he's trying to get to. Atlanta. I don't know if that's going to work with him, Trae Young. So, is he trying to get to the Pistons? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. LaMelo Ball want to go to the Pistons. There's been a lot of rumors that they can move up and take LaMelo Ball for it. But, if he don't want to play in Minnesota, I understand it. They have never won in Minnesota. And obviously, him and D'Angelo Russell take a lot of questionable shots. So, how about just coming out saying, I don't want to play in Minnesota? Well, Isaiah Thomas said he didn't want to play in Detroit. And that didn't work for him. He still got drafted there. And it was probably the best move of his career. Going to the Detroit Pistons. But, when somebody say they don't love the sport in so many words and they'd rather play football or whatever the situation may be, coming out less than 24 hours before the draft, that ain't good. Now, you don't want to play with Minnesota, that's all right. But when people question your heart, especially after Larry Sanders left the league to go smoke weed and do his thing, it's going to be hard for a lot of teams to pick him. It ain't like he LeBron or Blake Griffin or Tim Duncan, coming out the draft. It ain't even sure if he's better than LaMelo. But to come out here and people had questions about your heart, questions about do you love the game, questions that you love football, like are you gonna give 100% effort? Are you gonna be happy? Are you gonna work hard? That's people gonna ask about him. You also got a kid already, so are you going to choose you're going to go to the NFL and try to pull Antonio Gates? Who knows? My whole thing is if you don't love basketball, why you just didn't pursue football? Basketball pay more. Basketball got more longevity. It's a players' league, unlike the NFL. You got to ask yourself. And obviously, I'm going to believe it's a ploy not to go to Minnesota. But then again, Golden State probably not going to pick you. You want to go to Charlotte? You want to go to Chicago, which I don't think they're going to pick you. You want to go to Atlanta? So I just think it's all about not going to Minnesota for him, but there's other ways to do that. And Minnesota very may well still take him. You did all of that. So then you got to come into the league with a question about your heart. Question, do you want to be in one of the best sports leagues in America? And I think it was more of a ploy not to go to Minnesota. And now you got guys who don't want to go number one. You got LaMelo Ball, his father saying he wanted to go to Detroit or New York, Edwards, maybe the Knicks acquired more picks. Maybe they can move up to number one and get him. Who knows, though, man? So you really got to ask yourself. You got to ask yourself seriously. Do you want to do this the way you want to do it? But look forward to seeing him play in the league. But if he did slide down to where the Pistons picked him and the Pistons didn't move up, I wouldn't move up for him. But if he did slide down to 7, depending on who there, I mean, I guess you got to take him. You got to ask him, do he want to be a Piston? If he don't want to be a Piston, I don't take him. I know where I stand. I'm taking care of Lewis. I don't trade up for LaMelo. And you got to ask yourself, if he slide down, do you take him? Good player, can finish, can shoot the ball. For a player who don't love basketball, he definitely phenomenal player. Said that he found out that he was good in basketball when he could dunk. He can dribble, he can shoot. His shot selection is questionable, but he definitely could be one of the better players in this draft. But like I said, it's a whole enigma in the draft. You don't know who's going to be good, who not going to be good, who going to ball. But when you get a guy to fall to 5th, that could have been number one. I'm in 4 to 6. Then I'm just figuring you got to pull the trigger on a guy like that. Plain and simple. And how do you fit here? I mean, obviously you don't have a point guard. You got Derrick Rose for what you got him now. You traded Bruce Brown, so I think with them trading for Bruce Brown, I think that opened up a window for a point guard. But if you do fall to 6 and they can't move up, then I think it's a situation where shit, they gonna probably take him. They'll worry about a point guard later. Maybe they try to pull off a trade for Spencer Dinwiddie or another guard in the league, John Wall, Russell Westbrook. It's a ton of them that's available for trade. So, I mean, we'll see what they do. But if he's there, I mean, I gotta take him. But unless I believe in somebody, Halliburton, Killian, which he garbage, or somebody else, if I believe in him that much, then I gotta take him. If I do my homework on Edwards, it's gonna be hard for me to take him. I call Edwards and say, I call his representation and say, do you want to be with the Detroit Pistons? He say, yeah. Then, and I believe him. Then okay, that's what I look at it. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links in the description. Don't forget to follow me on Sportscastr. Twitter's the fastest way. Facebook and Instagram. If you want to advertise on the channel, your business, hit me up. Want to make a donation? Cash App CJ Good313. That link's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time we gone.